Hello, everyone. Welcome to the grand finale day. Welcome to the grand finale day, everyone. Welcome. This is the game between TOMIWA and SK from Ohio. This is the Europa League final, guys. The Europa League final. Welcome, guys, wherever you're watching from. This is the Europa League final from MSA Gamers. This is TOMIWA versus SK. So waiting for both players to get into the field of play. And we kick off. So waiting for both players to get into the field of play. And we kick off. Good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the Europa League final, the game between TOMIWA versus SK from Ohio. TOMIWA, the man from Canada. SK, who said he's from Ohio, but he's currently in Ikorodu. Good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the Europa League final, the game between TOMIWA versus SK from Ohio. TOMIWA, the man from Canada. SK, who said he's from Ohio, but he's currently in Ikorodu. So yeah, we go straight into the first leg of the game between TOMIWA and SK from Ohio. SK from Ikorodu, wherever you call it. This is a game that will have two legs, first leg and the second leg. So SK coming with the 3-5-2 formation. And TOMIWA to 4-2-3-1 wide formation. This is the final of both legs, home and away. SK is starting from home. Let's see how it's gonna be. SK kicks us off from left to right. And we go straight into it. Rodri to Gabriel to Bellingham. And it's Michael Olise to Rodri to Mbappe. Mbappe now looking for Dembele. He finds Dembele. Dembele tries to beat Declan Rice. That was a difficult task. Mbappe couldn't capitalize on the counter. Now Bruno Fernandes to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe tries to roulette in between two players, but let me tell you, those players are not ghosts. You can't just pass it through their middle like that. But yeah, TOMIWA on the attack. Is that offside? Ref says no. Mbappe, can he run past no man? She does have nice strength, but Peter Cech comes to the rescue for SK. SK made a defensive error and would have gone 1-0 down if not for Peter Cech. And now SK on the counter, just won the ball straight from the corner kick. Now Nuno Mensch can go all the way, but he cuts in inside. Finds Luis Diaz to Michael Olise to Bruno Fernandes. Now Bellingham on the ball. Bellingham to Ousmane Dembele. Alhaji Dembele now with the elastico. Alhaji Dembele to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe tries to fight Alhaji Dembele. But that was a poor ball. Now Kylian Mbappe on the run. Bazali now to Bellingham. Bellingham to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele back to Bellingham. Bellingham loses the ball. Bruno Fernandes wins it fair and square. Now Kylian Mbappe can go all the way. Kylian Mbappe, Nuno Mensch tries to stop him. Is that a penalty? Yes, it is. 3 defenders had to stop Mbappe and he just had to resort to a foul. And now can Hagi capitalize straight down the middle? And Hagi has scored the first goal in the Europa League final and in favor of TOMIWA. And TOMIWA is currently leading by 1-0. And SK has to wake up. The man from Ohio, aka Ikorodu, has to wake up right now. Diaz on the ball. Diaz now cuts in. Finds Bellingham. Bellingham to Mbappe. Mbappe now. Mbappe, are we gonna have an Mbappe show in this final? Of course we have. We are having the Mbappe show. Mbappe for both teams has delivered, and I hope he's gonna deliver more. Currently is 1 goal apiece for both teams in the first half of the first leg of the Europa League final. SK 1, TOMIWA 1. 45 minutes to go in the first leg. Hopefully we're gonna get more goals, more entertainment. Now Schweinsteiger now to Chiellini. Chiellini now. Diaz wins it fair and square. Now Diaz can go on the run. Diaz gives it back to Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Rodri. Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe! Kylian Mbappe, Lotin, has just put SK in front with 2 goals from him. And that's 2-1 in favor of SK in the final in the first leg. And SK now from 1 goal behind is leading 2-1. All thanks to Kylian Mbappe, Lotin. And now TOMIWA is trying not to concede so many goals on this first leg to see what he can do in the second leg. Mbappe tries to find Bruno Fernandes. That was a poor ball. He stretched, to be fair. Now Dembele on the ball now. Beautiful roulette. Dembele now. Dembele, so many unnecessary skills, I would say. Mbappe goes back to Rodri. Rodri to Bellingham. Bellingham to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, nice skill. Oh, but couldn't find the strike. Cleared by the defender. Gabriel on the ball. Gabriel to Nuno Mensch. Nuno Mensch to Jude Bellingham. Now Rodri. Bruno Fernandes to Dembele. To Michael Olise, who tried the heel-to-heel, but it didn't take him anywhere. Rodri now to Olise. Olise to Dembele. Dembele! Alhaji Dembele! Ooh! Can Mbappe? Yes, Mbappe does capitalize. Dembele had the chance to make it 3, but the keeper saved it. And Alhaji Dembele has just made it. And sorry to say, Kylian Mbappe Lotin has just made it 3-1 in favor of SK. Now SK has a 2-goal lead going to the second leg of the final. It's not looking good for TOMIWA right now. But can TOMIWA get a goal back to have a chance to do danger in the second leg? No, he can't. Bazagli to Rodri. SK is looking for 1 more goal. Bruno Fernandes now. Can he find Mbappe, the hat-trick hero? Mbappe now, is he going to go all the way? Oh, there was not enough time. The ref says that's full time. 3-1 in the first leg of the Europa League final in favor of SK. And now we are going to have a second leg at TOMIWA's home. And it's going to decide every single thing. Look at the stats. SK 4 shots, 4 on targets. Mbappe scored with those 3 shots. TOMIWA 2 shots, 2 on target. Mbappe scored with just 1 of the shots. Great game from both sides. Now we're going straight into the We're going straight into the second leg of the Europa League final. Now TOMIWA has sent. TOMIWA is the one hosting, waiting for SK. SK has accepted. So now we're going straight into the second leg of the Europa League final, the game between TOMIWA and SK. And lest we forget, SK has a 3-1 aggregate advantage going into the second leg. SK needs to win, SK needs to draw, and SK doesn't have to lose by 2 goals to win the Europa League. TOMIWA just needs to win by 3 goals to win the Europa League, or if he wins by 2 goals, then we're going to have a tiebreaker. But let's see what's going to unfold. The second leg begins. TOMIWA kicks us off from left to right. Now Philippe Lam for TOMIWA on the ball. Philippe Lam to Rivaldo. Rivaldo to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, nice lane change. He finds Mbappe, the goal scorer. Mbappe has just made it 1-0. Mbappe just made it 1-0. I don't know why SK came with a 3-5-2 formation. He should have come with a more defensive formation. It doesn't look good for him. Imagine you won first leg 3-1 already. You should come with a more defensive setup. But he did not do that. He was stubborn because it's from Ikorodu and they don't use the year word. No offense to Ikorodu people, but SK is just different. But Bellingham, can he capitalize? Beautiful dribbling by Bellingham. That was a poor shot. That was what we call beautiful nonsense. He dribbled the whole pitch, but he couldn't find a strike. Bazali now on the ball. Bazali to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele to Bruno Fernandes. Hagi now. Rivaldo couldn't go forward. Currently, it's 3-2 on aggregate in favor of SK. SK needs to go now because you know how dangerous TOMIWA is at his home. Feels like Stoke City. Rivaldo stopped by Nuno Mensch. Bellingham on the ball to Rodri, to Michael Olise. Olise beats Schweinsteiger easily. Rodri now. SK looking for a good pass. SK finds Mbappe again, and Mbappe finds the net. Is that offside? Oh my God. Oh, that's a goal. That is a goal. That is not offside. That is a goal. And Mbappe has done it again for SK. Mbappe has come to SK's rescue. Mbappe 4, TOMIWA 2 in this Europa League final. That's all I can say. Mbappe has 4 goals already for SK. Mbappe, the man turning up on the big occasions. And shout out to my man, the alchemist NL4 Toby, who always preach about Mbappe, who said Mbappe is this, Mbappe is that. But then we don't see Mbappe on a consistent level. Whenever Mbappe shines, he likes to take all the credits. So I'm giving him the credits right now. Shout out to you, Toby, for what you said. And Mbappe might have 5 if Dembele can find him. But Chiellini steps in. And that was 1-1 on halftime. Or can Rivaldo? Oh, that was a nice tackle. I mean, it was not the best tackle, but it was a very brave tackle. Just putting small leg to stop the attacker from running through on goal. And that was good by Nuno Mensch. And it's currently 1-1 in the second leg, but it's currently 4-2 on aggregate. And SK has 45 minutes to go to hold on to the lead and win the Europa League final. And lest I forget, TOMIWA made the Europa League final last season, but he lost to a certain Mr. Oris in the final. After they played almost 4 legs, TOMIWA got tired out and Mr. Oris took the win. And right now, TOMIWA has made it to another final and is about to lose it to SK. And if SK scores this next goal, I think that's game, set, match. But can TOMIWA do something with Mbappe here? Barzagli is holding the space. Rice to Rivaldo. Rivaldo would love to look for Mbappe, but Mbappe is far behind. Rice cuts in, finds Schweinsteiger. Can Schweinsteiger find Rivaldo? Gabriel reads it and Rodri clears straight to the throw-in. That was a beautiful defending by Rodrigo Hernandez. Both players are making subs. Olise out for Rafinha. 25 minutes to go for SK to be an Europa League champion. Diaz on the ball. Diaz to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes to Dembele. Now Rafinha, who just came in, finds Alhaji Dembele. Alhaji Dembele beats the defender easily. Can he find a pass? Alhaji Dembele, can you make a pass here? He finds Rafinha, who just entered, but Marcelo bullies him off the ball. That should be a corner kick, and it is a corner kick. Time is going for TOMIWA here. He's 2 goals behind on aggregate, but SK is looking to add 1 more to make it game set sealed. Alhaji Dembele dispossessed by Marcelo. Schweinsteiger now to Rafinha. Rafinha now, that should be a foul, but the ref closed his eyes and closed his mouth and did not want to utter a word on that or blow the whistle. 12 minutes to go for TOMIWA here. Oh, that was a poor first touch, but Mbappe has gotten the ball, finds Rafinha. Rafinha to Mbappe. Now a lot of space ahead of him. He finds Rafinha. Rafinha shouldn't be taking that extra touch, but the ball is still with Rafinha, and the goalkeeper saves it, and it's 1 goal, and it's a corner kick. Hagi, is he going to find the head of Gabriel? No, heads out by SK. Is SK in the game? Yes, he is. Rice now. Rice to Mbappe. Mbappe tries the shot. Gabriel blocks it, and we are 2 minutes away from having an Europa League champion. Rice to Schweinsteiger, to Rafinha. That's too late. Gabriel blocks it. And that's it. That's it. And that is it. That is the final whistle. SK is the MSA Europa League champion. SK is the MSA Europa League champion. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful display. He didn't lose both legs. First leg he won 3-1. Second leg he won 1-1. Mbappe has just handed SK his first ever MSA trophy. What a game. What a performance. Kylian Mbappe Lotin has given SK his first Europa League trophy, and that's a very, very, very good achievement for SK. TOMIWA, who, like I said, came to the final last season and lost to Mr. Oris, has come to the final this season and lost to SK. When will TOMIWA have a trophy in MSA? Time will tell. Congratulations to SK on winning the Europa League, and commiserations to TOMIWA for losing it again. Hopefully next time is going to do better. Thank you for tuning in. We have Strongest versus Blaze coming up right in about 5